Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning. A little bit early, about 3 minutes early this morning. This is Carlos, CEO of JR Capital. Welcome to our morning note. Today is Tuesday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's rock it today, huh? Okay, so let's kind of talk about markets here. We'll go ahead and bring up our pre-market screener and what we're watching today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the markets first. Dow futures are up about 297 currently, my top right hand corner. I'll go ahead and bring up my watch list here. Also, NASDAQ is up about 1.34%, S&P up about 1.29%, and the Russell 2000 up about 2% as of right now. So, some nice movement overnight. Let's kind of analyze E-mini futures together. I'm going to go ahead and expand the chart so you guys can see it. Let's go to maximize sell. And let me go ahead and put this on private. Account number was short. Well, this is a 10K challenge account, no big deal. So here we are. We basically made up the losses from Friday open, right above that. So Friday open, we were right around 9 o'clock, right around 28.58. We basically recouped all those losses from Friday. Now we still have a little more to go from Thursday and the highs of 29.65. We're about 100 points away. But again, nice little V-shaped recovery there. To be honest with you, I was actually talking to our members on Sunday for a weekly video, and I was kind of pretty bearish due to the China stuff that was going on with the president, talking about kind of blaming them for the virus and what have you, and adding more tariffs and everything. To me, that screamed kind of bearish, so I was actually preparing to be bearish ahead of it. But you know, you got to play the price action. Forget predictions. We have about 3 trades open right now, and 1 extra for students. We got into Microsoft for signals. We got into Alibaba, Netflix, and we got into AMD for the students. And the AMD call for students is in the money right now, and the Microsoft calls are in the money as well. So kind of looking at what we're watching now, there's a couple of moves I'm watching here. We did have some BABA puts here, so let me go ahead and kind of break that down. You can see the nice little break. We had an actual wedge going down, and we were actually shorting, but we actually broke above that. Now we're tapping the 50. So we may have to pull the ripcord here and see if we can, maybe we get a little more of a downfall, maybe, but we may just have to go ahead and just get out of this trade here. Sometimes the trade just doesn't work for you. This nice little break to the upside from futures does hurt our short position. But it's all right because we have Microsoft. So we have some puts on that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up here what we have. We had Microsoft. We waited for this break right around this level, around 1. Let me see if I can get this level here. Give me a second. Bear with me. Right around 177-ish. We waited for that break. We got in. So the 180 calls, great volume, about 49,000. We just gapped up, obviously. Now we're at 181.29. It is pushing, which is a really great sign. And we're in the money. AMD, we got in as well. Juan, our VP, said we should get into AMD. We didn't want to add more risk for the signal group, so we went ahead and told our students they are in the money. We got into the 53s. I filled them with my personal. Netflix, we also got into Netflix calls. Nice break above here. You could see we played that trend line down. That wedge, falling wedge, we got that break right around 427, and we went ahead and got in, and looking very nice. We are about $2 pre-market. I'm actually bag holding Apple still because I didn't get out of the actual calls from Friday that our Signal members got and our students. So I'm holding the 300s personally. I'm still in them. Let's see if I can go ahead and cash them in today, if not tomorrow. The level I'm looking for here is this candle settlement of about 297.01 currently. Let's see if we can get that continuation. Looking at Qs here, very nice to break above that 100. That's what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and place an alert together, guys. 218.13. If we break above that, then I would love to target 220. Maybe some 220 calls should be nice, and see if we get the volume. IWM as well. Hate to chase it here, obviously. You know, with this kind of moves, we got to get price action first. But let's see if we break this 100-day moving average at 128.87. If we do break that, then I can take a look at some calls as well. I was looking at Micron puts, and nothing there. Main thing we're looking at here is 46.22. If we want to place some calls to the upside on Micron, that'd be the level I want to take a look at, which is the 100-day moving average. Same thing on Boeing. I mean, Boeing is a name I've been watching. I've been waiting for that break of 145.75. It's not there. I've been waiting for this break here Let me see if I can get this. 124.84. That's the level I'm looking for, and it still doesn't break. So we're still pretty much in no man's land as we go. So that's where we are on those names, and I'm just waiting on those. Let's see here. So a little bit of fall here on Babel. Let's see if we can get that rejection of that 50-day and kind of revert back down to this falling wedge. So let's go ahead and answer some questions here. I'm going to bring up my live streaming channel and see what we got. Okay, good morning. I put my entire life savings on Tesla 1100 calls. I don't even know what to answer that, James. I don't know how to answer that. I don't like life savings on a trade. Hertz, we said that before, David, about Hertz. Hertz and rental car companies, stay the hell away. And when it comes to volume and options, they don't have it. So again, you just have to be careful. I wouldn't just trade the rental cars if there's no volume. I just wouldn't invest in them. Ever mess with Chatter or Flow Algo? No, we don't. Yeah, Flow is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just don't use it. So either way. But yeah, so Tesla here, I had an alert above 771.63. I just hate to actually signal it for our members because they're so damn expensive. But I mean, we'll see what we can get. I mean, maybe if we get a continuation, it's around 800 or so. I want to see the price action at the open. Maybe we can start taking a look at some maybe 900 calls or 875 calls. Again, it's all in volume, guys. Every day is a different day, especially with volume, and things change accordingly. So we just have to be very careful on what moves and what doesn't. Let's go ahead and bring up the pre-market screener. Wayfair had their earnings up about 21% pre-market. Let's see what the laggards are. Again, some financials here, some energy, L brand, same thing about the Victoria's Secret thing. Carnival is up pre-market. Norwegian is down. Last I checked was about 12%. I posted something on Instagram about it, that they're worried about their operations. American Airlines is up about 4.5% pre-market. Delta about 3.5%. Looks like all the shorts that got in are basically covering. AMD up 2%. Love AMD. We own it. The stock. We own some calls for students. Then the Air up about 4%. Marathon up 7%. Microsoft about 1%. We watched that earlier. Raytheon, I own the stock as well. It's bouncing. It was actually a laggard in the Dow yesterday, up 2%. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, up slightly. So financials, big cap, mega cap banks are up a little bit today, and Ford is up today. So what we're watching for today, guys, is really just continuation. We do have a little more to go in E-mini futures. Another level that I will look for, again, that 100 was a very big level, but we didn't overtake it yet. So we do have a slight gap right here we could fill. So let's see if we can break that today. Maybe a little bit of a move. We need another 19 handles. Let's see if we get there. Let's go ahead and call it 28.80. If we break 28.80, then we could see that maybe that flush was overdone. And sometimes it tends to be. Credit markets are still pretty solid so far. Apple had the bond offering. Even Boeing had their bond offering last week. So credit markets are a really good indicator moving forward for equities. Even bonds are down a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at Cnbc, and we can start taking a look at what's moving and what's not in regards to bonds. You can talk about Europe as well. Europe right now, green across the board, which is a really good sign for futures. Asia, Nikkei fell about 2.8%. Shanghai was green. Hong Kong was green. Australia was green. South Korea was red. So let's go ahead and take a look at gold, down 0.59%. We know that when markets go up, gold tends to go down. So again, it's a kind of a risk-off asset like we talked about. So I want to take risk off the table, then want to go ahead and buy gold. Oil is up about 13% pre-market. We can see that here, which is a nice sign. And bonds, yields are up a little bit. Yields are up about 3 basis points. We want to go ahead and kind of get that a little more to the upside. I would like maybe 0.75% on the 10-year, maybe break above 1 so we could see the worst is done in regards to the piling in of money into safe haven assets and more to equities. Let's go ahead and answer some questions. Thoughts? Let's see. Thoughts on Snap? I don't like Snap at all, Camille. It's not a stock I would like to play or even own. Thoughts on Facebook? Well, Facebook right now in regards to big cap tech should be green. It is. It's up about $2 pre-market. I do like the chart here, but I mean, it's not really much going on. I mean, you could see maybe you get a kind of a breakout, but you need to go ahead and retake those highs at 217. Thoughts on V and MA? I own both. There's no really much options on them. If you are looking for the type of credit card processor, remember they are going to take a hit in regards to credit card processing because of the lack of shopping. But they do have an online presence. People use their cards online. I own Visa. I do not own MasterCard. CCL regarding Norwegian news. I've been saying it before, guys, many times on IG Live. Just stay away from the cruise lines. Norwegian has basically confirmed what I've been saying, that they may not even be sustainable. They may not even open. I mean, these guys may go bankrupt. I mean, they're not exactly essential. They don't have a utility the way airlines do. Airlines will always get bailed out some way or another, depending on the size, depending on your lobby. But I mean, you still need business travel to get to wherever. You still need leisure travel. Cruises are not essential to anyone. Just a heads up. Just curious about your opinion on Bitcoin supply being limited soon. I'm not really sure on Bitcoin supply or how halving, whatever you want to call it. Bitcoin halving. Halving, whatever. When you go half. I don't know how that works. I'm not a big Bitcoin expert. I never claimed to be. I just invest in it. I put $100 every week into Bitcoin, just a dollar cost average. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. I don't change that. I mean, if it goes up, great. If it goes down, I buy more. I don't even think about it. That's part of my portfolio that I want to go ahead and just keep. Let's see here. Would you buy CL long term? I wouldn't own a futures long term. If you want to buy oil and be smart, buy XOM or CVX. We own both. Starbucks reopening stores in America. That's a good sign. I own Starbucks stock, so I'm happy about that. Thoughts on Netflix today? I do own calls on it. I own the stock as well. I think we get a continuance as we move. And again, right now we're basically flat on the stock, and we should get continuance to the upside. If we bring the stock up here, it's not boosting the way a Microsoft is, but again, I was talking about this wedge and this break above that wedge, which is a really nice sign. So again, I have an alert here at 449. We have the 450 calls. We should be able to break 430 easily today. Sell short puts on cruise lines. No, there's not enough volume to play the cruise lines personally, so we don't do it. Unless we have the volume, we'll play it. But right now, no, we'll take a look at it, but we're not going to just get in just to get in. No sound. My volume is on. I don't know what's up, so hope you guys can hear me. I've been answering the whole time. I use the microphone on the computer. That's what I use. But yeah, look at BABA here. BABA is kind of pushing above the 50, so we may have to pull the ripcord and get out of this trade ahead of time. What do you think on Diz? On Disney, the same thing. It's earnings. We don't know. So I really hate to even touch it. If it breaks below, I would say it breaks below about 97, I would probably buy some more. But again, right now, I'm not doing anything on Diz. On BABA, again, I just explained it. Above the 50, we may have to pull the ripcord here. We were looking for this put. We had a consolidation here, this downward wedge, and we were staying below. We actually tapped 189, and then it just bumped up about $5 due to futures. So that's what happens, man. Gap ups happen, so you just got to watch it, and we'll just get out of it this morning. Yeah, it did bust the 50-day, so we're just going to go ahead and get out of it. We'll go ahead and take our L on it and move on. It happens. What do you need to see to play beyond? Volume, and there's earnings this week. I mean, stay away. I'm not getting on beyond. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and end it there. Got to get back with my guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, excuse me. And we'll catch you guys soon for the next YouTube live. That'll be tomorrow, 9 a.m. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure to like, subscribe all our videos. We really do appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys soon.